KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome back to the tour around the world, featuring Flight Simulator 2 by SubLogic for the Commodore Amiga. Yes, definitely one of my faves. The Commodore Amiga was my very first computer. My personal PC that I bought with my own money. Yes. And Flight Simulator 2 was one of the first programs I bought for it because I grew up flying Flight Simulator 2 for the Commodore 64. So when I found out it was coming out for the Amiga, that was one of the incentives I had for getting an Amiga 500. So good memories, and we are reliving those memories right here, not only on Killer TV, but the Killer Gamer channel over on Twitch, which is where I happen to be now as I'm recording these episodes. So if you want to be part of the show, then be sure to head over to Twitch and give me a follow over there so you get some notifications of when I go online. Same thing with Twitch. Twitter. Yeah, they kind of sound almost the same. So yeah, follow me over on Twitter also, so that way, because I'll give some news and announcements as far as, you know, what's going on, and the fact, like, hey, I'm going to be on in so many minutes or whatever. So yeah, you're going to want to follow me in those two areas. There's links in the description, and there'll be information towards the end of the video as well. RJP! Hi! How are you doing? Welcome back to the Amiga Flight Simulator. You were here with us not too long ago. Well, it's been a while. But a few flights ago, you were here with us, so welcome back. Oh yes, I still have my Amiga 500. It doesn't work because I tried to do an upgrade of the chips with it and then it stopped working. Yeah, something didn't go right. All right, let's go ahead and talk about where we are at and where we're going to be going. Alrighty, so this should look familiar to you by now. This is scenery disc number 9 for the this is generally the Commodore 64 version here, but it works for the Amiga as well as Flight Simulator 3, or well 2, 3, and 4 from Microsoft, so it's all pretty much the same. We are here at Muskegon, and we are going to fly a little bit north here and check out the Bay Area, and then we'll be coming around here and we'll be landing in Grand Rapids at Kent County International. That is our flight. That's going to be one of the legs that we'll be doing. All right, so we are ready to go. Yeah, workbench 1.3. I think I upgraded to 1.3. Now that I think about it. The Atari ST. Never had an Atari ST, but I remember the schools at the time had an Atari ST. And that's where I first played Star Raiders. Remember Star Raiders? And then the Atari 5200 came out, and I was like, oh yes, because I didn't want the computer, but when the Atari 5200 came out, I had to have that Star Raiders game. That would be a great thing to do on this channel too, is play some Star Raiders. Oh man, that was great. Now, interesting thing enough is I was able to get my joystick to work on the Amiga 500, or what I meant was the Amiga emulator. That's what we're messing around with here. But it's not a centering joystick, which does not really work too well with Flight Simulator. You kind of want to have that centering joystick because, yeah, it's just a little troublesome. I don't know. Yeah, because, you know, everything else is centering. So all I know is I tried testing it out and it didn't really work too great. Arrow! Welcome back. Yep, this is ancient, all right. But this is good times right here. Okay, so Grand Rapids is 110.2. Let's go ahead and set our nav appropriately here. All right. I think we are ready to head on out here. Oh, not right one. 110.2. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is the PAL version of Flight Simulator 2, because it's the only one that I could get to work with the emulator with the scenery discs. With the American NTSC version, it just froze. I don't know. I don't know why it did that. But we get moving here. Here's our direction that we need to go. Now the Amiga Flight Simulator came out before Microsoft Flight Simulator 3 and 4. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 3 is based off of this right here. And you may notice that the sound effect for the engine is just like the one that you hear on Flight Simulator 4 if you have the sound and graphics upgrade. The only thing that's different is the landing. The landing on this sounds like a Boeing 747 landing. It's got that screech sound. There's no sound effects for flaps or landing gear, so we are taxiing over here to the runway. And this actually looks like the perfect runway to be taken off from, too. I'm trying to remember which ones were the brakes. I think it's the space bar. Yeah, it's the space bar. We're ready to go! That is much smoother than the sound than Flight Simulator 4. I don't remember the views to look back. Ah, got it. It's the same as the Commodore 64. Oh, that's right. We want to take a look at the Bay Area by Muskegon. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be north of our location. So that right there is Lake Michigan. There we go. We'll fly right over the airport here. There's the city of Muskegon. Use your imagination. Yep, so we'll fly over here to the Bay Area of Muskegon, and then we'll turn and head on to Grand Rapids. Oh, landing gear. After playing, you know, like Flight Simulator 4, you know, where you got the sound effect for the landing gear, it's kind of hard for me to remember when I've got the landing gear up on this one, because it's like I don't remember hearing it. That is not elevator trim, apparently. So here you go. Here's the Bay Area. We have autopilot here, So let's go ahead and lock our altitude here. Do you notice how the game does not pause when I go to the menu options? That is nice. I don't think Microsoft Flight Simulator did that into FSX. Maybe FS9. I keep trying different keys to see if I... Oh, I know what the trim is. I think. Oh, that wasn't it. Get that Amiga red cursor out of the way. We're only going at 60 knots. Oh, I got the flaps down. That's probably a problem right there. We have ourselves a spot plane. So we got 45 miles to go. So I am getting ready for Flight Simulator 2020. I'm testing out some stuff in order to get my i7 repaired. I need to get a cooler installed on it with... Unsuitable AK, welcome. Good to have you here. That didn't make me jump this time. I was doing Minecraft the other day inside of a cave. You know, it's all quiet. I'm in the nether and boom! It just made me jump. I'm like, ah. Really? Are they allowed to do that? I thought there was a non-disclosure agreement preventing stuff being streamed. But besides that, how was it? How did it look? Did they go to any small airports or large airports? I'm really curious about the airports that are not being handcrafted. That's a good, yeah, there you go, Arrow. That's a good question. Streaming a video is one thing, but streaming while they're playing, because I thought there was a non-disclosure agreement to prevent that. Let's take a look here. I get a little bit of a problem with the simulator when I do. Oh, hey Sam, how you doing? Good to meet you. Yeah. Good old flight simulator. This is the Commodore 64, Commodore Amiga. I do Commodore 64 also, but I also do classic Microsoft flight simulators like Flight Simulator 98, 2000. I also do some old X-Planes as well. X-Plane 5 and 6 I've done. 7 too. Yeah, also did 7. And yes, I do the modern stuff as well, P3D, and also X-Plane 11. And I do have plans on getting Flight Simulator 2020 when it gets out. I've got a new graphics card coming. It's an RTX 2070 Super. It is on its way. And I'm in the process of getting my i7 computer repaired and prepared for it. But I do streaming on classic flight simulators here, and I also have a lot of videos over on my YouTube channel as well. Airbus 350. I am still learning on how to fly it. Not that one, but the one for P3D. I have the Aerosoft Airbus collection. Aero Bisector will let you know just how great I can fly that Airbus. Not. Yep. Yeah, Arrow advised me that I got the wrong Airbus, that I should have gotten a different brand. Come on now, those are interesting memories. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Extra long range. I didn't even know they made those. Oh, it's custom. Is it a mod? Extra loose rivets. No, not a mod? Okay. So it's not like that one mod for, what is it, the Zebo mod. Yeah, so it's not like that or anything. Ah. See, you got friends in all the right places. So is that just a personal Airbus, or did he make that available for download? See, that is the cool thing about X-Plane. That's what I like about X-Plane, is the community in X-Plane. As far as, you know, the ones that create the scenery and the you know, content creators. X-Plane's got a awesome community, and that's why I had decided to do videos and streams on the classic X-Planes, as well as X-Plane 11, because I know there's a very passionate X-Plane community, and I felt that they would love to see the old X-Planes. And I gotta tell you, I mean, X-Plane 11 was the first one that I flew, but I've gone back to X-Plane 5, 6, and X-Plane 7 actually has 3D clouds, and they cast shadows. Who would have thought that it was that far back, way before even Microsoft Flight Simulator could do it? I was really impressed. Is it a test of your computer, or is it a test to see if you can stay up for 40 hours flying it? Can you stay awake for 40 hours flying it? That's our airport right up ahead. We are 19 miles away from it. Somehow I have to turn that autopilot off. This is where the challenge comes in on landing at one of these airports is trying to see where's the runway as far as lining up with it. All right, we got some flaps here. Strong W Heel 54. Yes, this is early access to Flight Simulator 2020. This is the one that they allow early videos and streaming. You're not allowed to stream the complete version. So this is the early alpha version. Yeah, this is the early access of the PMDG 737, housed around a Cessna. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, 20, 30, 40 years in the making. They've been working on Flight Simulator 2020 for 40 years. This is the early access version. We are 12.9 miles away from the airport. Welcome everyone who has been joining us on our retro flight in Wisconsin. Grand Rapids is right ahead. Actually, we're going into Michigan here. Yeah, I haven't been to Grand Rapids. For all I know, this is exactly what it looks like. Doesn't that go back to the thing of if a tree falls and you're not there, does it make a sound? $10 miles from the airport. Let's drop another thing of flaps here. We got to be careful not to stall, because if you stall on this old simulator, it's not forgiving at all. It translates a stall to nose down, bye-bye. I still haven't worked out which ones are the trim. Oh, wait. I think I see a runway or something over here. I think I might be able to line up with it. I'm gonna have to go over here. And then again, this one over here. I'm undecided. I think we're a little closer than 8 miles, though. Landing gear down. Let's make sure that's a thing. Okay, altitude is 794. Got to keep that in mind here. I'm going to try not to land out in the grass. Six miles from the airport. By the way, trying to flare on these old simulators, yeah, don't try it. Because you will wind up stalling the airplane and then it will just nose down. And you don't want that. That's like a bad day right there. For everyone just tuning in, I am the KILR Gamer. I do classic flight simulation on this channel. I also do P3D and X-Plane 11. Classic X-Plane, classic Microsoft Flight Simulator. So if you're not following, be sure you follow so that way you get notified of when I come online. Middle marker. Alright, let's be careful here. This is where that stall comes in. Nope, nope, no stall. Did it! Yay! No, it should be a couple of runways, not real close. We can pull up the map display here. There we go. I can't zoom in. Ah! There it goes. Come on, zoom in there. The plus key was not actually working. There you go. There we go, now it's zooming in. So taxiways are these black lines right here. They're not really filled in. Also, this simulator, the center lines are just huge. But I tell you what, when playing the Commodore 64, where it was just a thin spaghetti line that kept wiggling back and forth, these thick center lines was a huge welcome. We have to use our imagination that there is a taxiway here. Yeah, the frames are definitely better on the Amiga. Arrow! By the way, hi, John. Oh, no, John, it's okay. I only played a little bit longer last night. Because I wound up hitting a block that had lava and it killed my character, so... Now, it's okay. I made a backup save, but all of that work that I did last night, gone. I could continue from that point, but I lost all my experience. I lost my diamond pickaxe, diamond sword. I'm like, nope, I'm not going to lose that. So I had to go back to an earlier backup. Oh, the GPU is on its way. I ordered it yesterday. It's an RTX 2070 Super. And I'm in the process of fixing my i7 machine. That's been in the process for the past 2 years. The i5 machine I'm on was actually my wife's computer. It has the same motherboard. So I just moved my hard drives over when the processor had died on the other one. $2,500 points. What are you going to redeem there, kind sir? Alright, there is a fuel thing right over there. Oops, I guess that's not going to work. So when I get Flight Simulator 2020, is that what the request is going to be? Do you have a certain 2-hour flight that you want to do on that? By the way, for those of you who are watching here on Twitch, the more that you watch, the more killer points that you can earn. Hey, the points are free. So the more you watch, the more points you earn. And you can redeem those points for some really cool things, like requesting flights from one location to another. So you can like redeem them for a 2-hour flight, a 3-hour flight. Some will allow you to, oh look, an actual full taxiway here. You'll be able to redeem points to go from one location to another, or redeem them for a specific simulator, or a certain aircraft that you want me to fly, or all three. As long as I have it in my library. Yeah, so you're here at a fun channel. I try to come up with ways to get you all involved with what you see here on the Killer Gamer channel. LSGG to LFKC. Oh, you're providing links to the airports too. Well, if I can get the Zebo 737 to work, I had problems trying to get it to work. X-Plane 11 just froze on me when I tried to get it to work. All right, we are here at Kent County, Gerald R. Ford International, KGRR, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Thank you so much for joining me on this flight, for those who joined me over on Twitch, and for those afterwards who joined me here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the flight and you joined the series, please click that like button. That really helps out the video and the series, and if you comment and share it with others, it helps even more. And if you're new here, click that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. That way you can be notified of future flight simulation content that's uploaded. And hey, you get to be part of the KILR community as well, which is awesome. Come on. And then I mentioned Twitch. If you head over there to Twitch, follow me there. Not only would I be very grateful, but you'll be able to join me on these flights as I'm recording them. You'll get to see it months ahead of time, and raw and uncut, because I'll take the footage and I'll clean it up and put it together. But this gives you a chance to be part of the show, so head on over there and follow. That way you get notifications of when I go online. Another good thing to follow is Instagram, because I take pictures and photos of projects that I'm working on in the background, behind the scenes. Kind of, let you know what it is that I'm up to. Twitter is what I use for KILR news and announcements, retweets of things that I think you might find interesting. Snapchat, who knows? And then Patreon, for those of you who like to support what it is that I do. There are bonuses and rewards that are waiting for you. I'm very grateful for anything that you're willing to do, because, well, this is it. This is what I do. And at this current time, I don't make anything from YouTube, but I want to be able to continue doing this and providing you with as much entertainment as I can. So please take a look at my Patreon. Take a look at the bonuses and rewards. I've got a lot there, and make a decision from there. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next leg of our journey. Have a killer awesome day.